sad, man.
I love
Sneakers culture is fucked up, man.
Yes! Just like music.
Nah,
It's fucked up.
I wouldn't say just like music, but it's definitely getting to a point where it's reaching its pinnacle. Especially with the reselling shit. People who know me know I hate reselling with a passion. Like, stop, man. Fucking stop, bruh.
It's a piracy of sneakerheads.
It's piracy. It's piracy. It's literally you taking somebody's design and you bootlegging that shit. You buying a shoe and you flipping it. It's no real artsmanship. There's no real craftsmanship behind that. You literally taking away from the people who really love the art form of the shoe. So it's like
movies. It's just like movies. You know,
no, it's worse though. It's worse.
But you know my thing about movies. I feel like if you want to go see a good movie should cost $30. You know my thing about movies though.
It should, but at the same time, it's different only in the sense that you can't get busted for selling a pair of sneakers because technically you buying a license to it. But you're literally making money off of somebody else's design efforts. And I'm not with that. And you taking away from the consumers who actually want it to wear or to actually just enjoy the art that it is. You know what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying. But I kind of feel like that with dress shoes. Because look at Huff. Huff just created a dress shoe that's a sneaker shoe. And I'm like, the thing about sneaker culture that sneaker culture has done, because it is clothing, because it is fashion, and it has the power of fashion, is that it blurs the lines of our meaning spaces. Because like sneakers at one point in time was just purely social. But see,
I don't mind the blurred lines.
I do.
I don't mind the blurred lines only
it blurs
because
people's behaviors too.
It do, but I'm the kind of guy who likes blurring the lines, because in blurring the lines, sometimes you get a blend, you get parallels in between them. Not so much where they completely shatter the arenas that exist independently, but where you create a whole different genre of its own that business.
I got you.
Yet it's so
basically bomb on. There's a difference between blurring a line and buffing a line.
I agree.
When you blur a line, you distort it. When you buff a line, you make it seamless. You like when people buff the line. This is just the way I understand. You like when they buff the line. It creates this whole different affect and everything else. But niggas like to blur the line. Like sneakers. I don't know the significance behind these shoes. And they tell you, explain to me that they have brothers and sisters. I'm like, shoes have brothers?
They do. They have brothers and they have sisters. You gotta understand colorways and the human psyche and how people perceive shit. You got boy colors, you got girl colors, you know what I'm saying? And for a person who loves sneakers, any person who loves sneakers will tell you that they either their kids or they something to them. They something dear to them because you collect them. You love them. You don't just buy sneakers, and that's the problem that I have with resellers. You don't just buy it. Any real sneaker person who loves sneakers is gonna buy a pair of sneakers and they're gonna look at these. Every sneaker they get, they're gonna look. That's it. That's all they're gonna do. They take a couple hours and just look at the shoe that they get once they purchase it. Talk to any real sneakerhead. Once they purchase the shoe, that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna sit there, look at it in amazement, put it on a couple times, take it off, put it on, take it off, put it on, and look at it some more. That's what they do. All this reselling shit is just what? And like you said, most of the time, it's like,
this is the closest I've gotten to purchasing shoes that made me want to wear shit. Like these joints right here. When I went and got these from Barnes, right?
They got some high top ones too.
Oh, I need to see those.
They got the high top ones, just like too. They call it the Mawabs. Mm-hmm. It's not that they high top. This part, this inner booty come up. I like them though. So I was thinking about getting them, but they're not me.
So you think a sneakerhead would never do their shoes like this?
No, a sneakerhead would, but it depends on what kind of sneakerhead you are, and not even sneakerhead. Matter of fact, fuck a sneakerhead. That isn't a person who loves shoes. That's that's pop culture. That's not real sneaker culture. A person who wears sneakers and loves sneakers, you got the pristine, the prissy motherfucker, who just go on, sit around, bullshit their shit. And then you got people who buy the shoe for the functionality purpose of it. Like you said, for instance, this shoe right here is crazy. Just design purposes only. Like, people be like, oh, dress shoes, da 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 da. You don't understand the design that went into the shoe. Like,
but that's the thing about dress shoes that I don't think people get though with dress shoes is that dress shoes literally. I like to dress up and I like to look nice because it's pure camouflage.
but I don't like exactly.
It's pure camouflage.
It's camouflage, but I hate dressing up.
If you see a dude dressed up in camouflage and he's walking around with a fucking smirk, dress clothes are uncomfortable.
Suits
Exactly.
are for the real.
I'm invisible. And once I put on the suit and the tie and everything else, people like, this is what made me understand
that helped you rob people.
that white people didn't understand what the fuck black was. Because you remember how I had my hair. It was a ripoff of Maxwell Osborne. I love NYC. I love public school. It was a ripoff. I had the one dread and everything else. I still got into places and everything else because they didn't know what the fuck black people look like. It's just like, oh, he just has his hair in a different style.
That's it.
It's not that he had dreads and anything else. He still got on a suit. So I can act any kind of fucking way I want to. Even with dress shoes. Like Kohan, I feel like when Nike bought Kohan, they melted the dress shoe because they put it basically, I'm thinking
the soles.
Yeah, the soles of I was thinking of a waistcoat, but I can't think of the name. Wingtips. They took a wingtip like design, put it on top, and put the sole of a tennis shoe at the bottom, called it the Lunar or something, and then people was running off with it. That's not a dress shoe to me. A dress shoe, like churches, I love churches. But church's dress shoe, like, nigga, that's a dress shoe. That's one of those dudes like, no, he's not going to play basketball in those shoes. Not at all, but I will go dance the whole night.
See, you just threw your shoe. I'm that pristine nigga who not gonna throw my shoe.
I throw my shoe.
I'm not gonna throw it unless I feel like it's durable enough to be thrown. Now,
I don't care.
Slightly getting into designer shit, niggas don't really go into in-depth of their shoe. They just buy shit nowadays. Like, you gotta understand the whole concept of this motherfucker. Like, you got the jazz notes right here, right? That you can't really see. You can't really see them in the camera. But it pays tribute to the fact that Michael Jordan likes jazz, which is why when you open this box, it got the music, the soundproof patent in it, which why the CD is right there. And then you got the bottom that also pays tribute to Michael Jordan because it signifies the golf courses. That's why you got the gray, which equals the landmass, and the blue, which equals the water, and it's designed in the sense of a golf course because that was one of his favorite pastimes. Now, I care about shit like that. People
I didn't know that shit existed. Yeah.
Because most people not gonna get into it. Then you got this right here, the tongue is to signify the accordion. That's why it's like this. As well as this right here. Like if I go, matter of fact, I'll take this one off right here. This right here is to signify the accordion, like stretch and
go back and forth to make
exactly.
Noise.
It's design, man. People don't respect sneakers enough. Like
when it comes to design, my shit is about furniture and more of a tech. See, I don't care. I never really cared about shoes because I had fat, wide ass feet. And dress shoes come in fat, wide ass sizes. So that's where I fell in love with dress shoes. Like, okay, they don't have sneakers in my size, but they got dress shoes in my size.
True shit.
Then I realized that dress shoes allows me to get away with a lot of shit. And I was like,
true shit.
Okay, this is what I want to do. But with sneakers, like, it was until, I would say earlier, it was late last year where you was like, nah, don't get into it. Only sneakers I really, really, really like, I would have to be the Mason Martin Margielas. The ones that are so graphic in their designs, like they have very contemporary feel in their color. Like the joints that have that vibrant orange, that has that deep yellow inside of it and some red.
The difference between designer sneakers and sneakers, they complain about how all these shoes keep going up and up and up and up and up. But at the same time, Slim, how the fuck are you gonna complain about Nike, but you go on the website, you go on eBay, and buy the same shoes for $500. You think as a CEO, I'm not gonna go back and be like, oh, these motherfuckers, I sold them for $250. You think I'm not gonna go back and say, hold the fuck up. All right, they bought it for $500. I can at least sell them for $350. That's basic economics. That's basic. I'm gonna make a profit off of what I'm selling, and if people gonna buy it for $500 after the resale, why not?
But people, this is one thing about business and things I don't think people understand. And like these shoes they're not worth no $350 and everything else. There's no reason for Nike to do them. Like, do you know how much it takes for one design to go through the whole process?
Yeah.
That sample that they made of that shoe cost them millions. They gotta recruit those millions. So when you go back to the reseller ain't put out millions. But then a lot of people will go, but this is the thing. A lot of people just want to be exclusive. Like, niggas suck. People have no personality. I'll say it again. Niggas suck. So it's like, I got these shoes, but you don't. Like, but those shoes suck ass. Because there are a lot of shoes out there that, like, suck ass. They just suck. And so it's like, why would you say that? Because the design, they won't last.
It won't. But that goes to people creating and contributing to their own demise and their own things that they have a problem with. Because, in a sense, you going to argue that, all right, shoes and stuff cost too much. But at the same time, some Yeezy 350 boots just came out, right?
I want them, but
I did too. Motherfucker, I should have robbed the nigga. I should have robbed his ass who tried to sell me the shits for $800. Because here's the shit. Yeezy 350 boots. The construction, okay, you got a boost sole. Okay, I can get with that. Cool. That's some new technology, comfort. But the upper of the shoe,
the knit,
is mesh. It's cotton woven sock liner. It's a sweater. It's a sweater. And you're gonna try to charge me $1,000, $1,500 for a Yeezy? That's pathetic.
But son, the thing is that people are so willing to buy culture. They're willing to play and act like they're an art dealer.
Like you fucking art dealer, man. That shit's sad, bro.
But that's how sneakers are being treated. They're literally being treated like art.
Which they are.
They're being treated like they are art. That's like someone coming to me with a Harry Potter first edition reprint. Because that's what retros are.
Reprints.
They're reprints. I'm like, that's not a first edition. That doesn't have the cultural significance like when you always talk about the Space Jams.
How the fuck can you name another shoe to Space Jam? So they had some 5s that just recently came out, some Air Jordan 5s or whatever, right? I can't even describe the colors, like a super colorful shoe. Look like it should be grade school. But you name this shit to Space Jam? It has no affiliation, cultural ties to the movie. It has no nothing to anything. But people don't understand that why you call it Space Jams. Even, you know what, using an Air Jordan 11 for an example, and why the sneaker culture is so fucked up. Most people who just consume sneakers nowadays cannot tell you the difference between Bread 11s, Concord 11s, Space Jam 11s. It's a difference. Do not tell a person who loves sneakers that your Space Jams are just Concord 11s.
I kind of want to do it just
because no, they're named that for a reason, and they don't know why. Hold on, they don't know why particular shit is named the shit that is named. You got Concord 11s, but most people don't understand it's called Concord 11s because it got because it got the Concord, the Jordan sign on it is Concord purple. That's when you got an all black and a white and black shoe, but they don't understand that small little Jordan sign is Concord purple. The Breads are just called the Breads simply because that's what he played with the Bulls. That's the Bulls colorway. Every black, white, and red Jordan is a Bread colorway, technically. Space Jams are Space Jams because motherfucking they was on the movie Space Jam. They were designated. No. They were designated
I got you.
The movie itself.
I got
And you have the audacity to name another shit Space Jam?
Alright, but I got you yet. I got you. But how do you explain to someone who just spent $800 that's in front of your face like, yeah, you went to the new Space Jam, like, yeah, you ain't got these. Do you look upon them with pity, or do you look... See, I look upon certain people like, you're judgmental. That's why I'm called the Inquisitor Q. I ask questions to get to a certain point where I make a judgment. If you're going to come in front of me and start styling on me, saying, I got these new Space Jams, you ain't got nothing, I'm going to look upon you with pity like you just spent a lot of money on a piece of shit shoe.
I don't judge people
No,
for...
I judge.
I'm not going to judge somebody for
but just
getting the shoe. Because I have experience. Like, I got Duckins. That because I wasn't a dope boy when I was coming up and my mother wasn't going to buy me a $200 pair of shoes, I had to, you know what I'm saying, wait until they re-released, and I had the money to get them. Now, when I was young in high school...
You're talking about sneaker culture, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's sneaker culture. That's a part of sneaker culture. Most of the people buying shoes now is low-ass kids who want to buy,
exactly.
take a picture on Instagram.
But you're talking about people who enjoy sneakers. I'm talking about sneaker culture. I'm talking about sneaker culture as in the people... I'm talking about... I'm talking sneaker culture as in the people who literally buy sneakers to stunt on other people. That's why they're buying them. They're not spending $700 on a pair of sneakers like, oh yeah, I just really wanted them. They're buying them to go out and stunt on people like, yeah, you ain't got the Easy Boost, you ain't got these, you ain't got that. Like, if you want to stunt on me, and you want to say, oh yeah, I got that, I'm like, no, I look upon you with pity, not pretty, pity. I look upon you with pity.
You ain't satisfied. Yeah.
Not only are you not satisfied, it just sold you a bunch of bullshit. You just spent $700. You just wasted $700. Where someone else can come out like one of the things I love that I think they're flying under the radar are the tubulars. I love the tubulars.
Nah. So they got the mock tubulars, and then they got the tubulars, and then OTH did a collab.
I don't know what OTH is.
But yeah, they did a collab. OTH did a collab with the tubulars. Some shit's leather. Crazy. If they on Kith NYC. I'm not gonna be petty. If you want to go look and copy a pair, definitely copy a pair because I'm not.
We just to get back at motherfucking resellers, the niggas that want to just stunt on niggas
because they got them on eBay for $200 and they only $130.
Yeah, I hate that.
And they still in the stores.
Just to stunt, just to get rid of the piss poor ass people who think they got motherfucking style. Only thing they do is to hide the motherfucking sites. We should just start bringing up the motherfucking sites. Like this is we're gonna bring up the custodian and everything. Like no,
that's not cool. If somebody asks me,
but then you do it all the time.
I hate it when people will be like, "Oh, what kind of cologne you got on? What kind of da 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 da?" I'm gonna tell you, cause guess what? You ain't gonna rock it like me. You ain't gonna rock it like me.
Style. You have your own thing.
Like just cause you got the same Jordans, don't mean you gonna wear
sneaker culture has come to the point where someone, it's the same thing with dress shoes. Someone will go out and spend $800 on some double mock Ferragamos. They're nice. Double mock strap, I meant. Double mock strap. That's a double strap with the buckles and shit.
I seen some Prada boots.
With some nice Ferragamo, but they'll spend that money. But they'll look like shit.
Like shit.
They'll look like shit. Like people think they got on a suit and everything else. Is like, you still look like shit. My thing is, if you want to stunt on somebody, know your shit. Because people are, that's what sneaky culture is coming. It's more about stunting on people than it is about appreciating the design. Like, I'll buy stuff and people don't even know what the fuck it is. Like, the Bang & Olufsen's, when I bought those, no one knew what they were. No one knew what they were. They looked great and everything else. But I wasn't stunting on people with them. I bought them because I knew no one knew what they were. And I could walk around with these $400 headphones and no one has any idea that these are $400 headphones. Because sneaker culture is, well, earlier we know about all the killers. Sneaker culture was what Eddie Bauer and the rest of them were. People getting killed over shoes. So if niggas is getting killed over shoes, I have every single right to judge a person who buys shoes to stunt on someone else because someone is actually losing their life over this dumb ass, hyped up sneaker culture.
Truth. Indeed.
So I have every single right to judge you for saying you's a piece of shit, for coming out and promoting this culture in which people are literally losing their lives over. You are a piece of shit. You are a perpetrator. You are a poser. You are a poser. I don't like posers. Get out my face.
That's indeed true. Because I feel like the more we give into the idea that, you know, it's exclusivity is the thing, we are subliminally telling the manufacturers, like, make it limited.
Exactly.
Make it limited. Make it limited. And making it limited is, like you said, what's getting niggas killed. What's getting niggas killed. Like, for me, growing up, sneakers, if you wasn't going to get shot for them, they weren't worth having. Real shit. Real shit.
I feel like it's still like that today.
If I'm not going to get robbed, or if I'm not going to try to get robbed for them, it's not worth having. Or, in the same sense, because sometimes you're not going to try to, people not going to try to rob you for them, depending on if you have a particular amount of clout in the area that you reside in. But if you go to another place, you're going to get robbed for these niggas, because niggas know what they are. Like, these nigga, I remember I seen a nigga get beat, dragged at the bus stop, because he was walking down the street with these in his hand, and I said, damn, niggas got dropped. First $200 shoe ever hit the market. Like, but that's honestly, that wasn't even when it was hype though. The sneaker game wasn't even hype at that point.
That's what I'm talking about. And I just read a New York Times article talking about how niggas literally take one, they take the display shoes, son. They take one.
I saw that, and they go to another store.
So they get the other display shoe, they get the left from one shoe and the right from the other shoe. And people are like, why are you so hyped and why you feel you have the right to judge people? Like, no, I do have a right to say I disagree with the behaviors you're taking. You're taking it to an extreme now. You're literally fucking with people's livelihoods and people's lives. Like when sneakers, they don't even do the drops in that way anymore. That's why the consortium and everything else came out. That's why they are limited. It's because people, when they were going to the malls and everything else, people were getting trampled, people were getting ran over, people were getting robbed, people would be getting killed.
See into the future, man. Look, this shit about to be crazy. So, niggas already know I'm a Kanye fan. Love my nigga Ye.
I love Ye, but I think Ye has fallen off.
I ain't gonna say that. That's to speak too soon. But
I'm known for doing that. I'll eat my words.
Yeah, and you might have to. Now, 50 boots, people be like, oh, he bite after certain designs like
the
Vivisms and LBs and the. But you don't understand that in creating, people bite. That's what they do. But what he's doing is he bringing it first of all to another genre. He bringing it to a pop culture genre where it's not necessarily functional, but they look fucking amazing. The 950 boosts.
We already know we're gonna disagree on the 950.
Already, but the 950 boosts, nobody. Well, you can tell me that they don't, because everybody has their,
opinion
about beauty.
Yeah,
but them shits look fucking amazing. And then that ivory color, I swear to God, if I don't get them motherfuckers, Lord, hear my name. I'm gonna be a fucking tyrant. But
that's hilarious.
But going into it, it's like, come on, man. Come on. Like, I already know, so they 500, right? They're gonna be 500 when they release 500, 525, depending. But I'm scared to see the resale prices because 15
easy.
Nigga, the
Yeezy seconds afterwards. Easy.
The Yeezy Boost 350 are 15 and them was 200. Them gonna be like 5 racks, 6 racks.
We just went on the resellers. We went on the resellers by name. We gotta go on the name. The posers, for real, are the people who buy this shit from the resellers. Like, you're the ones that I hate.
Stop buying this shit. Stop buying this shit. Make resellers lose their inventory. They think they own a business, but they're not really businessmen. Once they start losing inventory and once they start understanding that, oh shit, I can't sell these wild ass sneakers at these wild ass prices, they're gonna stop buying them. God damn.
Then sneakerheads outside of the pop culture get their thing back. But that's a very pop
message. Shit.
That's a very pop
I need
way of
easy
living.
950 boots.
And people are like, why are you? Because I gotta get back to the whole point is that this is economics. Yeah, I understand some people are eating this way, but any businessman will tell you once something goes into a market, something else comes in. You have housing bubbles. They worry about
Everything has a bubble.
They worry about the bubble in China, and the fact that Nike, I mean not Nike, but Supreme. Although I can say this, I hate Supreme, but I respect the shit out of Supreme.
I do. Just because I don't necessarily care for somebody, I don't never lose respect.
Yeah,
I respect
the shit
Supreme
out of Supreme
because you want to know why?
They get rid of box. That's one of the reasons.
That, but at the same time, Supreme is genius. You want to know why? Because they have learned that it doesn't take great effort to attract a consumer.
To get an audience. That's right.
And they have revolutionized the market as well, though. Because collaborations. Like Supreme, don't take it as disrespect. I say fuck you to every motherfucker I have some type of admiration for. Fuck Kanye West, fuck everybody that I fucking ever have taken anything from. You wanna know why? Because I want to be fucking better than you, bitch. But at the same time, Supreme though, they've done and made collaborations Adidas is following suit. Because before Supreme, collaborations weren't the to-do thing. Now, they've cornered the market on collaborations. And the one thing I can say, I ain't really care for them red Supreme Jones, but hey, they sold, my nigga. And on top of that, shit, they did have a nice quality leather. You know what I'm saying? They did have a nice little premium.
They bring it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
We're going to put our name on it. You got to have something.
Exactly. So it's like...
I can get with that. But the sneaker culture... And there's another reason I have a problem with the sneaker culture. Because the sneaker culture is... That fuckhead poser shit, that hype beast shit is leaking over into other cultures. It's leaking over into music. It's leaking over into music. I thank you, Kendrick Lamar, for your work with Reebok and trying to unite the Bloods and Crips with the blue and red. That's a good look.
That's a dope release.
Yeah, that's a dope release.
I was thinking about getting it, but I ain't got the money.
Yeah, that's a good look. But
and the bitch is nice.
You have people talk about hipsters in the hype beast, but you gotta understand it's literally a derogation of culture. It's a misappropriation of what they call urban culture. You're literally taking people who were in the 90s wearing sneakers, like you said, wearing sneakers, using the toothbrush because they couldn't get more sneakers. So they had to preserve their shit.
Mm-hmm.
You taking the real collectors and y'all running there, oh, now we got the money. You're pushing a whole nother group of people out. Like, that's why I don't have no respect for you. I really don't. If you buying shoes from a reseller, I don't have no respect for you. Because you don't do what a collector does.
But in reselling, right, there's this little nuance that it's not as bad, right? So, once again, speaking on the shoes that I saw, that I, wanted to complete the collection with, the brothers, their brother has accumulated that resale value.
Oh, okay, I got you.
You know what I'm saying? It's accumulated over time. It's not something that's just
exactly. It's not hype. That's what something that's have cultural significance. That's why it takes so much time for it to build up because it actually changes the game. That's what makes something collectible. Like the 65 and a half, I believe. Fastback Ford Mustang. That Mustang is worth so much because it changed the way people consume cars. The way you're talking about with these shoes. This changed the way people consume shoes. It has a historical and cultural significance. Nowadays, like I'll say that the Yeezys with Nike will always outshine his work with Adidas. Why? Because they literally changed the way people consume sneakers from a music artist and from a music artist and not from an athlete, which is actually a problem with Nike. That's why those shoes, the Red Octobers will outshine anything he ever does with Adidas. Because they actually have a cultural significance. There was actually a battle about it. There's a reason to collect them, besides the fact that Kanye was hot at this moment in time and everybody was copping them. Because everyone has that big moment. Everyone had that big moment. People make fun of one-hit wonders, but even one-hit wonders had their moments. Mm-hmm. But they don't age well. I don't think the 350s are going to age well. And why I don't think they're going to age well? Because I think Nike's flying it works better. And it is going to look better. I think the Yeezys 350s are going to fall in line with the rest of the shoes. The only reason they sell them right now on the resale value is because, again, it has the name Yeezy tag to it. The 950s are going to change differently because of the same way the Giovanchis are going to age better. Because the Giovanchis are totally different. The way they play with proportion and the way they deal with things, it changes the way you consume this form. So the 950s, if the 950s and 750s, because the 750 changes the way you consume form too, because that shoe is so minimal. It's so minimal, and especially in a time when people have very ornate shoes, ornate as in color, ornate as in very decorative shoes with different colors and everything else. The goddamn 750s literally took it back to the form of the shoe. That's what matters in the 750s. The form of the shoe matters. The 950s, what matters in the 950s is although I can't stand the shoe myself, it's the way he plays with the duck boot.
He played with it.
The way he plays with the duck boot.
He tweaking like he do his beats.
Exactly. And that's why they want to last. But the 350s going to fall in line with everything else. And I'm a Kanye fan. I like 808s and Heartbreak when niggas didn't even like 808s and Heartbreak.
Only because the 350s, once again,
are too trendy.
Fucking sock liner. Sock. It's a sock. A fucking sock. It's like the shit that goes in Hirachis. Yeah. A sock. Stop it. They're not $1,500 anything.
The Stella McCartneys with Adidas are going to age better than the 350s.
The Untouchables?
Yeah.
I was going to get those.
Yeah, they're going to age better than the 350s. They're going to age better than 350s. So I really would want sneaker culture to get back to where I can talk to someone who actually knows about collecting things versus someone who's like, oh yeah, you ain't got this. Because people do the same thing with music. We'll go back, if you saw the Apple Music and Tidal thing, going back to Apple Music. Apple Music is so now, fresh. It's going to go in, it's going to come out, it's going to go in, it's going to come out, it's going to go in, it's going to come out, it's going to go in, it's going to come out, whereas Tidal does albums of the month. And I just bring that up to say is that people feed this fast track thing, and it feeds into so many different parts of our lives. Like, people consume the company other people the same way. It's like, oh, I already know you. You don't know me. How do you know me? We've only chopped it up with each other about 2 years. As far as I'm concerned, it takes a lifetime to know somebody. So
not even a lifetime.
So how you want to sit and say you know me? You don't know me. You don't know me. I'm a collector's item. I am not a resale item. You good? I'm not a resale item.
But society has made niggas resellable.
And that's what they do, son. They get mad about why can't I get a job? Because
you're resellable.
You're resellable. You're an intern. Like, that's the worst thing to say in our generation. You fucking intern. That's worse than calling you a prostitute. You fucking intern. I'm an intern. Well, just about all of us are interns. They had 50-year-old interns now. But that's the thing about the culture. There's everything. We have come to the end of mass production. I've said it all camera plenty of times. We have come to the end of mass production. Nothing means anything anymore. Why does Chanel still matters? Because whenever Chanel releases something, there's a viable story behind it. There's a real story. A real story. A viable story behind it. Louis Vuitton. Why does Louis Vuitton matter? It's Louis Vuitton. If you got Louis Vuitton on sale, it's most likely it's real. Because Louis Vuitton burn their merchandise out at the end of the season. They don't do sales. They don't do sales. They just don't do sales. That's what I'm saying. When you said the brothers, though, it was like, I would never look at my shoes as in brothers, but or having this whole family thing. But when it comes down to records, like or books, I can get you or bags.
Exactly.
I can
it's
totally
anything,
get you.
anything you can like these, mind you. I've referred these. Like referred these to somebody, but to somebody, my girlfriend, who didn't necessarily care about shoes as much as I did. The bottom, if you can see, is definitely separated from the shoe. She doesn't see any value in these anymore. Why? Because it's broke. But for a person who just likes shoes and just likes to look at these motherfuckers, this is beautiful. Like, right here. Like, you can't see that, but first edition of Air Jordan 5. Can't get no better than that. And this is some type of shit that you could sell for $500, $600, $700, $800. Why? Because it naturally accumulated the value.
But that's the thing. Why would you want to? Why would you want to sell it? I would love for sneaker culture to get to a point where people are like, yo, I wanted those, but I couldn't get them. And
That's
versus knocking somebody over their head for them and trying to sell them.
But at the same time, I tell people all the time, when I come across a shoe that I couldn't get, I don't want it to re-release. I want to be able to look at somebody's feet walking on the street and be like, damn, them shit's crazy, cuz. Like, damn, I couldn't even get them shits. Fuck is you re-releasing it for? Now everybody can have it. It is some beauty in everybody not having it. Even myself. Like, yeah, I'm mad that I didn't get them motherfuckers.
You
But
can't have everything.
damn, them motherfuckers still sexy.
You can't have everything.
Okay.
And sneaker culture doesn't understand you can't